Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. I will mute you all then. Mute all. Ooh, alfresco yoga for Lizzie. Right, let's start in a comfortable seat. Either close the eyes or take a soft gaze down onto one point. Allow your sit bones to root down. Let any other parts of your seat that are in contact with your mat or your props get heavy. Gently hug the belly in and let the chest lift up. So there is space between the lower ribs and the pelvis. Space from your armpits to your hips. And the back of the neck lengthens. The crown of the head lifts up. And the chin is in a neutral position, so parallel to the ground. Feel the length up through the spine from your tailbone to the top of the head. And let the shoulders hang down. And the elbows hang into the sides. And your hands can just rest either on the thighs or in the lap. Take a moment to scan through the body, let go of any tension that's holding. And then start to become aware of any sensations that are coming up. Shift your awareness around the body freely and acknowledge anything that's there tonight. Everything may seem or feel pretty much the same as it did last time. You may notice subtle differences. There may be bigger differences. So scan around and see what's there for you. Let go of the body scan. Shift your attention onto your breath, to your natural breath. Can you let the breath flow? Notice any qualities to the breath. Speed, and the depth. any texture, the temperature, the size of the breath and where it moves to. Staying close to the breath, noticing any qualities of the natural breath. Observing the breath and noticing if the mind wanders, gets distracted, and then bringing it back to observe the natural breath. And keeping the awareness on the breath, we will start to equalize the breath, finding the rhythm to use through the practice. So the breath is slightly longer than normal. And we want the inhale and the exhale to become the same length. If you are counting in for 4, make your exhale a count of 4. Or just use the count that works for you. And start then to become aware of the 4 parts of the breath. The inhale, the pause at the top of the inhale, the exhale, and the pause at the bottom of the exhale. And if it's helpful for you, you might visualize that as a rectangle. So you breathe in and up one side of the rectangle, the long side, a little pause at the top, short side of the rectangle. Exhale down the other long side of the rectangle, and then the pause is the short side of the rectangle. We're going to maintain that rhythm through the practice. Anytime you lose it, you're welcome to rest. Find a comfortable seat or child's pose. Take time to reconnect to that rhythm. And then join the practice when you're ready. You're always welcome to rest when you need to, modify when you need to, and use any props that are useful for you. And we'll press the hands in prayer in front of the heart. An opportunity to set your intention for your practice, for your week, for your life. Make it your own. We'll take an inhale together. And send out your intentions with your exhale. Lower the hands down and come forwards to all fours. Spread your fingers out, make a nice big base through the hands. Press down into your knees and shins or the tops of the feet. On your inhale, lift the gaze for cow pose and open the chest, maybe a little bend in the elbows. Exhale, round the back and tuck the chin for cat pose. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, round in. One more time. Inhale for cat. Cow, sorry. Exhale to cat. And then come back to a neutral spine. The crown extends forwards, the neck is neutral, and tailbone lengthens out behind. And we're going to take a side stretch. So just turn, look over your right shoulder, peering at your right foot. So you're crunching through the right side. And then you can lengthen your left side by hugging the left shoulder up towards your left ear. Inhale, come back to center, neutral position. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Come back to center on your inhale, and we'll start to move with your breath. So the exhale, look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. One more time. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Now we'll take belly rolls. Let the belly sink down like cow pose. We're going to shift the belly, the rib cage, over to the right, and then arch the back like cat and tuck your chin in. And then everything shifts over to your left and the belly sinks down. So the spine is like a skipping rope. Shift everything over to the right, arch up through the back, chin to chest, everything over to your left, and let the belly sink down. Just one more time in this direction. And then come back into a neutral spine. Long from your crown to your tail, and we'll switch the directions of the direction of the belly roll. Sink the belly down, move the ribs and the belly over to the left, arch up through the spine, chin to chest, shift everything over to your right, and then sink the belly back down. Go 2 more times. When you've done your final turn, come back into your neutral position. Lengthen from the crown to your tail and spread your fingers out. Now extend your right foot out behind you, kick out through the right heel. Right toes point down. You can stay just like this or reach your left hand forwards. Stretch the fingers away from your back foot. And breathing here, keep the core engaged, not collapsing down. 2 more breaths. And then release back to all fours. Switching sides. The left foot extends out behind. The right arm maybe reaches forwards. Keep looking down. 2 more breaths. And then release back to all fours. Switching sides. This time, kick your right heel up to the ceiling. The right knee is bent and the right foot is flexed. On an exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose and round the back. Inhale, kick back up. Exhale, knee to your right armpit if you can, thereabouts. Inhale, kick back up. Exhale, knee across to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back up. And then release the right knee next to the left. Switch sides. Inhale, the left heel kicks up. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, knee towards the left armpit, squeeze. Inhale, kick back up. Exhale, knee across to your right elbow, twist. Inhale, kick up. Then release the left knee next to the right. Push back to child's pose. Rest your head down. Bring your right arm behind your back and take some wrist rolls. Just release the right wrist. Extend the right arm forwards and switch sides. Left arm behind the back, take some wrist rolls. Left arm forwards. Take an inhale through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Come up to all fours. We're going to take a modified side plank on the left. Left hand down. The left shin pivots out to the left and the right foot plugs in. Reach your right hand up. So arch through the left waist. Press the hips and the chest forwards. The option is to lift the right leg up. Keep the right foot flexed. Stay here or reach your right arm over the right ear. One more breath. Plug the fingertips in. That will help to spread the weight out of your left wrist. And we come back to center and move over to the right. So right hand down. Pivot the right shin around. Plug the left foot in. Reach the left hand up. Stay here, or the left leg lifts up. Maybe the left arm reaches over the left ear. 2 more breaths. Release back to all fours. You tuck the toes under and make your way back to downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones up and back. And go ahead and make any adjustments that you need. Pedal out the feet, give the head a shake out. And then find stillness in your down dog. Press into the hands, let the weight shift back into your legs. Again, shifting some of the weight out of the wrists. On an exhale, look forwards and walk the feet to the hands at the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. 2 more like that. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold in with your exhale. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen the spine. Forward fold, exhale. Bring the big toes to touch. Bend the knees, sink the hips for chair pose. Bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Figure 4 on your right. Lift the right knee up. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. The right ankle over the left thigh. And you might just stay here. You can lean against the wall if you need to. Or you start to lower the hips down any amount. You can keep the hands in prayer. You could hold on to your leg. Or if you have the space, you could bring your hands down onto the floor or onto your block. But we're just looking for this hip stretch. Whoops. 2 more breaths. And we will release back into chair pose, big toes to touch, sit down, reach up. Hands to heart, second side, figure 4 on your left ankle, right thigh. Open the knee up, or open the hip up, sink the hips down. Stay here, change your arm position, hands onto the block. We'll meet back in chair pose. Take an inhale and fold forwards with your exhale. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale forwards to a plank, knees up or down. On your exhale, bend the elbows lower down. Point the toes, forehead down, pelvis down, tops of the feet down, and the hands are hovering just a little bit off the mat for 3 baby cobras. Inhale, peel the chest up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, push up through the knees or plank. Exhale, back to down dog for 5 breaths. Anytime you want, you can take child's pose. Follow each breath in. Recreate that rhythm that you created at the beginning. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold in with the exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms overhead. Exhale to fold back in. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, step back to down dog. Inhale, forwards to a plank. Exhale, lower down, belly or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, push back to down dog. 5 breaths. Look back towards your feet so the back of the neck is long, and soften the shoulders away from the ears. On your exhale, look forwards, make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold in with your exhale. Inhale, upward salute, press the palms overhead. Forward fold with your next exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forwards to a plank, and we're going to add in a side plank on the left. Left hand down, Maybe the left knee comes down, that shin pivots out to the side, and the right foot plugs in. That's your modified side plank. Or the full side plank, the legs are together. Maybe you reach the right hand up. Got 2 breaths here, plug your fingertips in. Maybe you reach the right arm over the right ear. Maybe you lift the right leg up. 1 more breath. And then we'll meet back in center, high plank or modified. And switch sides. Side plank on your right. Keep pressing down, arching through the right side. Maybe you reach the left arm over the left ear. Maybe you lift the left leg up. 2 more breaths. Come back to center, knees up or down. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, any size back bend. Exhale, push back. Down dog or child's pose for 5 breaths. We'll meet in down dog. If you're ready to move on, use an exhale to look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forwards with your exhale. Inhale, rise up, reach up. And you're going to flow through 1 more time. Forward fold with your exhale. Let the head go. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthening from your crown to your tail. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forwards into a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows lower down like a plank. Good. Point your toes. Inhale, rise up for your back bend. Shoulders away from the ears. Really good. Exhale, move back to down dog or child's pose. 5 full breaths. Keep your awareness on your breath. One more breath. On an exhale, look forwards. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Inhale, long spine. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, upward salute. Press the palms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. And be still. Close the eyes. Stabilize the breath. Feel any new stuff that's coming up. And remember your intention. Arms by the sides. Tadasana. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, sit down into chair. We'll take eagle arms. Bring your right arm under the left, either bear hug or you wrap your forearms if that's available to you. Lift the elbows up. If the arms are wrapped, bring the forearms away from the face. Now either stay with your chair legs, or you could take figure 4 as we've already done, or you take eagle legs wrapping the right thigh around the left, and you might be able to wrap the foot around the leg, or you let the foot dangle, or use those toes as a kickstand. Sink the hips down, draw the shoulders back, lift the elbows up. One more breath. Now your challenge as we move into Warrior 3 is to keep your arms wrapped. If you don't want to do that, you can bring the hands into prayer. Then unravel the right leg and lengthen up long from that back heel to your crown. And you can stay here or you start to tilt forwards. Any amount. And if you have the arms wrapped, and you stretch the fingers forwards. 2 more breaths. Press into your left foot. And we're going to step back into a lunge. Either eagle arms still, or you unravel the arms and take the arms high, crescent lunge. You're either here or here. 2 breaths. On your next exhale, start to reach forwards. Place the hands down. Kick back to a 3-legged dog. The left leg lifts up and back. Shake it out. And release the left foot down. You're in down dog. Now you choose. You can stay here or we'll flow through. Inhale forwards to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just a couple of breaths here. On your next exhale, look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Sink the hips, lift the hands, chair pose. Eagle arms, left arm under the right, either bear hug or wrap the forearms. Legs, either chair legs or figure 4, or wrap the left thigh over the right. Lift the elbows up, pull the shoulders back, ears back. Whoops. Wobble a little bit. 2 more breaths. And you can really squeeze everything together. Choose your arm position for Warrior 3. Unravel the left leg. Straighten up. You could stay just like this. Or we start to lean forwards. Lean forwards and kick the back leg up. 2 more breaths. If you want to switch out the arms, go for it. We're going to step back into a lunge. Either eagle arms or unravel the arms. If they're not there already, take the hands high. On your exhale, lean forwards. Place the hands down. Kick back, 3-legged dog. Right leg lifts up and back. Sorry, George. Give the right leg a shake out. And place the right foot down. Close the eyes, take 3 breaths. Stay here, take child's pose, or flow through. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. And then we'll all meet in child's pose. Bring the big toes to touch. Knees as wide as comfortable for you. And let the head rest. Settle back into the equalized breath. Take some forehead rolls side to side. And remember your intention. Come up onto all fours. Tuck the toes under. Press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Step the right foot through. Crescent lunge, rise up, both hands high. Drop the back heel down for warrior 2. Open hips and arms. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. And we'll move into half moon. So if you want to use a block or a water bottle, go for it. Left hand onto your left hip. Look towards the top of the mat. Step into the right foot. Press the right hand down. Float the left leg up like we did in our side planks. With the option then to reach your left hand high. I'm going to use my block. Maybe you could bring that left arm long by your left ear like you did in side plank. You can look down. You could look to the side. Maybe you look up to the ceiling. You've got 2 more breaths. So have a play with it. If you want to lean against the wall, go for it. And reach the left hand back up. Little bend in your right knee, step back to warrior 2. Flip the front palm and reverse. On your next exhale, windmill the hands all the way down and step back to downward facing dog. And pause. Straight onto the second side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot through. Crescent lunge, rise up. Warrior 2, open up. Half moon, right hand onto the right hip. Look towards the top of the mat. Shift the weight into your left foot. Left hand down. Float the right leg up. Open the right hip up. Maybe reach the right hand up. Or the right hand extending over the right ear. Couple of breaths. Really good. Brilliant. Reach your right hand back up. Start to bend the left knee. Step back, whoop, lightly into your warrior two. Flip the front palm and reverse. On your exhale, take the hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. You choose, stay, take a break, or you could flow through. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Down dog off child's pose. Come back to your breath, equal breath. And from wherever you are, make your way through to seated. And extend the legs out in front. As seated, forward fold, flex the feet. If you're rounding into the back, bend the knees, or you might sit up on a little block. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, lean forwards. And then look down towards your shins and relax the face, relax the shoulders and the neck. Let the belly lay over the thighs. Just let your arms relax down. And if there's any give at all, you might straighten the legs a little bit, kind of creep the sit bones back, heels forwards, or you might need to keep the knees nice and bent. Just looking for that release, the sensation through the lower back, shoulders shouldn't be involved, and through the backs of the legs. Inhale to come back up. Or bend the knees. We're going to take a seated figure four. So cross your right ankle over the left thigh. And flex the right foot. Open the knee up. Can't really see that. And again, we're looking for that sensation. So you might need to step the left heel in a bit. You might need to lift the chest up towards the chin more. The chest towards the shin, the chest to the shin rather. Find that stretch through the right hip. And breathe into it. Now we're going to release out into another hip opener, which, if it works for you, it would be fire log pose, where your right knee is over the right ankle and the left ankle is over the right knee. But I have a lot of space between my knee and my ankle. I don't like this pose, so I'm not going to do it. I will take just a cross-leg seat with my right shin in front. But if fire log pose works for you, and it's not kind of foot down the shin, it is, we call it also ankle to knee pose. So the ankle is stacked over the knee is over the ankle. So if that works for you, go for it. Otherwise, right shin in front, cross-leg seat. Inhale to sit up, and the exhale to come forward. So you can be on your fingertips. You might come down onto your forearms. Maybe you can bring your forehead down. And anytime there's some softening, you could come in a bit deeper. Inhale, come back up. Bend the knees and plant the feet for reverse tabletop. And the hands roughly a foot behind you, either fingers turn in or out, whatever works for your wrists. Press down, lift the hips up. Either look towards your knees or up to the ceiling, or if it's okay, you drop your head back. Only if that's okay. Keep pressing down, lift your hips up, up, up. Pressing into the hands, pressing into your feet, the pelvis lifts up and you open across the chest. And then release back down. We'll take seated figure 4 on the left. Cross the left ankle over and adjust into it. So you might need to shuffle your bum back, might need to move that right foot in, might need to come more up onto fingertips. We'll keep the left knee open and the left foot flexed. And then we're going to release out either into the fire log pose or a cross-leg seat with your left shin in front. So remember, if you're going for fire log, ankle over the knee, knee over the ankle, and the shins are lined up. I'm not going to do that though. Left shin in front. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, lean forwards. Final few breaths. Inhale to lift up. Plant the feet, bend the knees, and make your way down onto your back. Hug the knees in. Take the soles of the feet together. Let your knees open wide. And rest the hands on the torso. Bring the knees back up. We're going to take a couple rounds of bridge, so regular bridge, or if you would like to take a supportive bridge, have your prop to hand. Press down, lift the hips up, either with or without your prop. If you're not using a prop, you can either keep your hands pressing down or you might interlace the fingers behind the back. You've got 5 breaths. If you're in a supported bridge, stay as you are. If you're in a regular bridge, just make your way down. Let the back settle. When you're ready, you're going to come up again, either into bridge, or variation of bridge, a supported bridge, or wheel if that's in your practice. And bring yourselves up. Settle in. We're here for 5 more breaths. Now start to make your way down. Allow the knees to knock together. Rest your hands, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Now moving into a twist, either just keeping your legs together, ankle, knees, thighs together, or you could take that eagle wrap, wrapping your right thigh over. And we're going to shift the hips over to the right and let the legs roll to your left. And as I've said before, I like to use a block in this position just to support my legs. Trying to keep the upper back and the shoulders on the mat. The right arm can extend out to the right, and the left hand may be resting on your belly. Now soften the whole of the face and the jaw, the neck, the shoulders and the arms, the whole of the back of the body. Soften the whole of the front of the body. Relax the legs, the feet. If you have the legs in a wrap, gently unravel the legs. Bring the knees back to center, and then bring the knees into the chest. And we'll switch sides, so either thighs together or the left thigh wraps over the right. The hips shift to the left, and the knees roll to your right, with or without the block. Left arm reaches out to the left, and the belly turns up towards the chest, the ceiling, the chest rather. unwrap the legs, bring the knees back, bring the legs in towards the chest, give everything a squeeze. When you're ready, move into Shavasana. Take the legs long, feet wide, the arms down by the sides, and make your adjustments through the back, through the buttocks, through the pelvis. Let the whole body go. Let your breath return to your natural rhythm. We'll take the final few minutes to be still and quiet, and I will let you know when it's time to come out of the practice. We'll start now to deepen the breath. Bring some movement back into the body. Anything that feels right for you to come out of your practice. Bring your knees in. Let yourself roll to one side and make your way up to sit. Bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. A moment to feel the effects of your practice in the body. And the mind. And the breath. We'll bring the thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrows and remember your intention. Bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.